And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Break. 55. Check. 55. Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, it's Jones.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go. Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with Murray. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Scott gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's got Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Greer. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Greer under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Let's put him on the buses.
Get it.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking long for Thomas. They've got his man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Yep.
Motion, motion. Hey, check right.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big pickup of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Drake. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Charlie. Step.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gay's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Come on.
getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to Murray on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the half. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Scott. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Buccaneers have it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ready.
Greer following the turnover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right.
The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. And the pressure gets to him again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try to move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Scott, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
On the set.
Scott, a final shot before break. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Scott. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Let's go now. 30 base.
50 seconds to Mike. Come on, baby.
Here's Scott to throw on 2nd down. And Thomas has it. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Go! Get it!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Airing this one out for Evans. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing on 2nd down, Greer. And he finds Howard complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Come on. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Murray. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play. But
oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Scott now, operating from the gun. Throw left side, complete. It's Murray. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Break. Pilot, 64, weak.
Tight end right.
Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Scott. This throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Murray. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they? They'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. He's got room to run past the 20. Latavius Murray, the 40. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 37-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Recon, 152 fighter.
2nd and 5. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 2nd down. Scott, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Murray. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
The offense just scored and took the lead with 2 minutes to go in the game. Now it's up to the defense to make it stand up.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got this.
A gain on the play. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
Caught by Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey,
They'll run it with Jones. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
go! 90 Wolf!
Here we go, G, get off the field!
Hey, Haywood!
53 to Mike, 53, check 53!
Ready?
Now it's Greer. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Ready? 15, 59.
Check 15, check 50.
6-6, bullet time.
They'll run with Barber. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there.